Hey everyone! Hello everybody! Sorry I'm late, but hey, I'm here now! But hello Wolf, hello Mare, hello Max, hello Con, hello Ouija, hello Moth, hello Rasira. Have I missed anyone? I hope I haven't. Yell at me if I have. How's everyone doing today? Welcome in everyone. What's been happening? How was everyone's weekends? How was everyone's past few days? How was everyone's hour that I was meant to stream in but didn't because I had to shower? How are we doing? How's it going? How have we been? Good weekend? I have 100,000 seeds again? What? There's the crickets. There's the classic wolf crickets. You have 100,000 seeds again? Oh, jeez. You could really do a number on me just spamming everything at once, huh? I finished a cross stitch and started a new one. Ooh, what's the new one? I know you finished your Sebastian Stardew Valley for your brother's boyfriend, but what's this new one? Do I know your new one yet? I'm not sure I remember. My brain is a sieve. Pretty good. That's good to hear, Asira. Oh yeah, Shane from Stardew Valley. Yes, I remember now. I remember you told me. It makes a lot of sense. Finished the long-term manual labor project I've been roped into. I'm free. Yay! I'm happy to hear that. I don't know if you want to keep the info private, but if you want to give more details on what the project was, feel free to share. But I'm glad that it's done. My weekend was pretty good. I got a few more Sonic comics, ordered some more Sonic comics, got a new Mario hat, and got a fan-made VHS release of the third Sonic movie. I saw the VHS. I didn't know. That's a real labor of love to make like fan-made VHS tapes. That's very cool. Happy Tuesday, Bob. How are you? But yeah, my weekend was meh. Not much. Didn't do much. Lots of sleeping. But I think I have to do less sleeping. Because when I sleep in, I get a headache. I think I just get dehydrated and then it throws me off for the rest of the weekend because I'm not good at rehydrating. Hello, Aaron. It is in fact time for Gay Lawyer Game, Gay Prosecutor Edition. The other gay lawyer. It is in fact time. My great aunt moved into our house and had a whole house worth of boxes to go through. Ah, I see. We're going through them and donating and trashing things. Okay. Is it, well, I assume you're happy having your great aunt in your home? How old is she, if I may ask? Like, great aunt. That's what, like, a parent's aunt or an aunt's parent? Like 70? Oh, that's sweet. I'm glad you get along. She gets along with the cats, I assume? She better be a cat lady. I love your cat so much. This time, some of the Sonic comics I ordered are IDW and not Archie. I've put off the IDW comics for too long. Ooh, you're expanding your repertoire, expanding the franchises. How am I? I'm okay. As I said, I didn't have a great weekend, and today I kind of had to end up recovering from the fact that I didn't really have an amazing weekend, but like I'm okay. I'm not too bad. I have to kind of start preparing and moving my schedule around potentially in the future because my work schedule is going to become a little more hectic, I think, from this week onwards. I have asked for more shifts and things may start to clash. I may have to make some streams later. I may have to make Monday streams permanently later, even later than this, like starting at the same time as my Thursday streams. And I may potentially have to move my Thursday streams to Friday. So there's a couple of things flitting around schedule-wise. Nothing is set in stone yet, but from here on out, things may get a little bit weird and wacky, which is going to be a little rough for me to adjust to, but I want to learn to adjust to it. I feel ready for more shifts for moving forward. And also, getting more money, that'd be good, because then I can put more money into stream and into other hobbies and into just, living my life, putting things into savings, becoming more financially stable. Good job on getting the more dollars. Thank you, Bob. I found out that Disney comic books exist, so I ordered some of those as well. Ooh, what kind? Like, what kind of Disney franchises have comics? I'm curious. We're downstairs, everyone else is upstairs. That's a good way to separate it. To be like, this is our space, this is your space. That's a very good idea. I feel like there's a proper word to describe it, but I don't have that word. The Thrawn comic books. What is Thrawn? I've never heard of this. So far, all I know is the main Mickey franchise, such as Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, and the other characters in that world. All the classic ones. None of like the princesses and stuff. Because when I think Disney, I think the princesses. I don't think like the actual classic and mostly like original Disney characters. When like most of the Disney princesses aren't original characters to Disney. I think there's maybe like 3 or 4 Disney princesses that are actual, like, original to Disney characters. Like, Moana. The one from Brave, I forget her name. And I guess maybe Frozen as well, because Frozen was more inspired by something, but it wasn't, like, I don't think it was a retelling of a specific story. Whenever I think Disney, I think of 2 things, Mickey Mouse and corporate greed. See, when I think of Disney, I think of princesses and corporate greed. So I'm glad we're on the same page there, or similar pages at least. I cast have an amazing week. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you so much. Does Princess, I cast it back. I recast it. I add to the casting. Vroom, bigger now. Does Princess Leia count as a Disney princess to you? No, because she isn't a Disney original character, because she was already a character and then Disney bought her, basically. Because like I feel like she doesn't quite count. She's also just kind of not the classic kind of princess. I know Star Wars is technically Disney, but I don't see Star Wars as a Disney creation. Especially not like the first 6 movies, because they were made before Disney acquired Star Wars. I just think about Mickey Mouse being the personification of corporate greed. This poor mouse, bro. Who would have thought? Who would have looked at, what was his name? Willy Steamboat Willie. Who would have looked at Steamboat Willie back in the day and gone, ah, yes, this guy is going to be the face of what a company that is attempting to be a media monopoly. Like, who would have thought? It's kind of wild. Do we want to play some squares today, chat? I haven't played squares today. I've just done my daily Sudoku, but I haven't played squares today. I've been starting to work on squares. When I'm off stream, I like to play squares with my mum, where we work together to get all the words. It's been quite fun because we used to do it separately, and it kind of became very obvious that I was better at it than she was, mainly because like she does it more casually than I do. So I thought, let's make it something we work on together instead of kind of accidentally becoming a competition. Hello?
Brown square emoji, green square emoji, red square emoji, blue
What?
square emoji, orange square emoji, purple square emoji,
What
yellow
is
square
this?
emoji, square
Man.
emoji, big black square emoji.
Big black square emoji. Thank you for the bit. Ah, it's squares, of course. But it's not 16 of them. Do not send 16 squares. Please. No. Sudoku? Yeah, I love Sudoku. Sudoku was very fun. I just have a really basic Sudoku app, and it's just they give you, like, you can do just random ones, or you can do like a daily one and add it to your calendar. And I do at least one every day, and it's been really fun, like, eventually broadening my repertoire, because my original obsession with Sudoku came from the Nintendo DS game Brain Training. Do you remember that? With the guy who would, like, laugh at you on the title screen, and if you said different things into the mic, he would, like, make different expressions. Like, if you'd say glasses, he'd put on a pair of glasses and start, like, crying. Do you remember that? I loved that thing. I was, like, 8 years old doing Brain Training, and I think that's just the epitome of autism. Because Brain Training was meant for, like, adults to, like, make sure they keep their cognitive abilities alive. Because, like, if you do certain tests, you get given a brain age. And the lowest brain age you could get was 20. And I was 8 years old, playing every single day, making sure that I had a brain age of 20 every single time. I should do that now. I should do a brain age test and see what my brain age is these days. That would be fun. Hopefully, maybe it's still 20. It's probably, like, more accurate to my actual age, 26, but, like, I still have the game. Well, technically it's my mum's game, but then again, Professor Layton was also technically my mum's game first, and then I took it and got obsessed with the series, and now it's one of my favorite video game series ever, and I don't think she's actually ever still played it. Beware. Ooh, like the Pokemon. Oh, I didn't mean to put an N in there. That's my bad. Who did I get a phone call from? Oh, suspicious caller. Well, good that I did not answer, huh? Good I did not look into that. Oh, this... I don't like this squares already. What do you mean? There's a W, an X, a V, and a P. At least the X is gone for now. Peril. Oh, I like that. I like that. How about rare? Is liar a word? That's good. Prawn? There we go. Bean, B-E-N-E. Bonus word, unfortunately, Aaron. Unfortunately, that's the wrong button I'm pressing on my phone. Oh, I didn't mean to unmute that. Oh, geez. Everything's a mess. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, everyone. Pune, maybe? Nope. Rain. That's good. Bewail. Oh, I would never have gotten that one. And on top of that, whale. You're giving me all the BE ones, and then I'm like, oh, but there's, you know, there's also a shorter word in there as well. I don't know, venereal is almost valid. That's so sad. Rail and railer. How about nail and nailer? Is whaler a word? Bonus! Bruh. Gonna go do the daily Sonic and Mario hurdles? No worries. Have a good one. Warn. Like the Overwatch streamer. I'm sorry, I'm too Overwatch brained. I will say one thing, chat. I've made it back to plat in Overwatch. I've done it. I'm free. That being, I'm no longer hard stock gold. However, I am now hard stock plat 5. I can't go any further up. I haven't deranked, but I have not gone any further up either. I've already done Warn. I just did that. It's what's gotten me into this Overwatch stick. Because there's an Overwatch streamer called Warn. Lien. I know that's a word that's valid in squares. I don't know why. I was texting my wife instead of paying attention. You know what? Fair enough. We get it. You're happy and in love. Inane and inana. Thank you. Is Wayne a word? It is. Oh, bonus. Rude. Para. Pern. Ween. Bear. It's a bear something. Bear. B. B-E. That's all. There doesn't need to be anything else. Penne? No. Oh, we've already done peril. Erin? I'm gonna twist. Gonna do a little spin. Prairie? Oh my goodness, I would never have gotten that. Well, there's else. Oh, no, there's an 8-letter. Ugh. Ow. I heard my name. It wasn't meant to be your name, but yeah, I guess it is. Ariel. Well, now we're back on the Disney princess stick, because that's just The Little Mermaid. Fun fact, chat. I think I've seen The Little Mermaid 2 more than I've seen The Little Mermaid. I was obsessed with the second movie. I loved Melody. I thought she was cool. A warren? Like a rabbit warren. I've never seen the second one. It's about, it's like 13 years into the future, where Eric and Ariel have a daughter, and basically she's obsessed the other way around. Like, Ariel really wanted to become a human, right? Or really wanted to understand the human world, while Melody is a human who is obsessed with the ocean and wants to be a part of the mermaid world. So it's basically just an inverse of the first movie, and the villain is Ursula's sister, as far as I remember. And she's a lot skinnier. Her name's Morgana. Here's my results. I didn't get either one right. Mario's song was Blooper Bay from Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I've never even heard of that game. And the Sonic song was Press Factory Zone Act 1 from Sonic Superstars. Did you, like, get close in any way, or was it just way too hard? Would have been way too hard for me, that's for sure. This is rough. Couldn't even figure out what game the songs were from. That's unfortunate. Puna? That's the word? I was thinking of guessing Puna, and then I didn't. I'll get it right next time. I believe you will. You're way too... knowledgeable about Sonic and Mario. Ernie, okay. I don't like this one very much at all, I think. It's not doing... I don't like it. Renew, okay. But there's a B-E. Beneran. It's probably the 8 letter. Will? There is no W. There is no 2 L's. There's only 1 L, and the I... Neither of the I's connect to the W. So unfortunately, that does not work. The letters have to connect. Nah. That's, oh, bonus. Okay. Also, welcome, Cool Draw. How you doing today? Welcome in. Where? Nope, already done that. Wearing. Nope. Ronnie. Okay. Valid somehow. I'm always entertained when that happens. Ron? We can just turn that W upside down. We can have ramen. If only. Oh, now I'm hungry. I had a yogurt before stream, though. Array. Bonus. Cool. Works for me. Wiry. War, just with the nothing. Ari. I'm so bad at this. Anew, there's one. Yay. Oh, Lira. We take those. We have Lyra. Okay, we've got 5 words left. I could probably start using hints now. The thing is, I could start using hints, but some of them are kind of obvious. Like, it's kind of obvious that the B is going to be the E, right? It's gonna be BE. Leery? No other words start with Leery, but that was a bonus word, so good job. Raril? Rile? We done that. Ryla. We haven't done Rylen. Raya. Rior. Ayla? No? Raina. How do I wait? How do you do Raina? You can't do Raina. Unless I'm... Yeah, I was gonna say, Raina is impossible. Iriel? I mean, no words start with I, but thank you. Cool Draw, the way this works, if it has a little letter on the bottom left of it, that means it only has, like... So this R has one letter. Has one number on it. So that means there's only one word left beginning with this letter. The ones with no numbers on them mean no more words begin with them. You know, let's get a hint, and let's hope it's not the B. It's the W. Okay. Oh, Wayne. Okay. Oh. It's B-E-W. I already did Beware, though. Bewar? Warea? Okay. B-E-W. Bewail? We've done Bewail. We've done Beware. We've done Bewail. Beware, A-I-R. A-I-R-E. Beware. Bewar? Bewar? Bewarrel? What? Bewhy? You're gonna feel silly? What do you mean? Is it not B-E? Is it like blah? Bly? Bware? It is B-E? Okay, so it's B-E-W. B-Y. B-Bewar. Bewari. Gonna get another hint. A-I. Airy. Airy. Ah. I said AI, didn't I? Why am I not doing... Okay. Airy. Ariel. A... Arier. Airy. Ariel. Area. Okay. Damn it! There's the B-E. Okay, no. I want to know where the R connects. Rail. Is it like raw? Ra or rish? Raya. Rare. I've done rare. Rareal. Riel. Okay. Bitch! Yeah, I did in fact feel silly. You're correct. Bewailer. Bewailer. Bro. That, no. No. That was hard. That was a rough one. I don't know whether I like the ones with less words or more words more. Because yesterday's one had 69 words on it. Haha, 69. But I finished it alone in like half an hour. Like, why was that easy? But this one was harder. I know there's something truly wrong with me because this one is easy for me. It also just kind of depends on just your knowledge of the English language. Because, like, some people are just going to know some words while some other people don't. That's just how it is. You have a lot broader of a knowledge. Your head is more of a dictionary than mine is. Like, when I'm writing, like, I don't know, fanfic or an original story or whatever, I love looking up word and then thesaurus just to figure out synonyms and stuff like that. The words don't come to me as easy. I'm a dictionary without definitions. So you're just a list. So you're just a list of words that exist in the English language. Do we want to play Squirtle? I want to do some Squirtle today. What do we... chat, do you want to give me a... Pokemon from Gens 4, 5, or 6? Pokedoku. Honedge. Oh, that's an interesting one. That is, in fact, Gen 6. Steel Ghost. What an interesting type combination. I don't think I've ever... Legit, I don't think I've ever used a Steel type in one of my teams in any Pokemon game that I've ever played. Not one. Because I feel like... I feel like, on top of that, Steel types often come in quite late in the game, and often I lock in my team by, like, the third gym. I don't like changing my team around a lot. I get too loyal too quickly. British English is different from USA English. That is also correct. You are correct, Cool Draw. What's interesting about squares is that a lot of the time I can miss words because I obviously think in a British English, like the word colour, for example, it has a U in it in British English and therefore also Australian English, but American English doesn't have the U in it. So I'll just miss the word until really late in the game because I'll be like, oh, it's not, it's a different, like there's a different spelling for this one. And armor and humor, stuff like that. All right, so it's lower than Gen 6. It is not Ghost or Steel. It is shorter than 0.8 meters, but weighs more than 2 kilos. I feel like Ghost Steel is also a super interesting type matchup because Ghost types are often incredibly lightweight and Steel types are often incredibly heavy. Ditto? Sure, we can do Ditto. We can go all the way from Gen 6 to Gen 1. Okay, it is not a normal type. It is also not a single type. It is more than 4 kilos, and it is also more than 0.3 meters. I'm thinking... Oh, I was going to say it might be a starter, but it's not going to be a starter. Is Mudkip water ground from the beginning? It's not. Oh, I was going to say it could be a starter, but starters, I think there's like, what, 2 dual type starters? And that's Bulbasaur, which it's not because it's Gen 1, and Rowlet, which it's not because it's Gen 6. I can't think of any others. Piplup, see, I'd go Piplup, but we know it's not a single type wolf. So Piplup would be vaguely a waste. We need to think of like dual types. Like maybe Staravia. Staravia fits. Oh, but it was normal. That's fine. Well, Gen 4. We've got a Gen 4. Piplup probably would have given us actually the same amount of information, but oh well. Staravia is not a flying type. It is... Okay, we've got the exact height, chat. We've got the exact height. It's 0.7 meters tall. It's 0.7 meters tall, and it weighs more than 15.5 kilos. So we just have to go through a bunch of Gen 4 Pokemon that are 0.7 meters tall. Frostlass, too tall. Let's go through a bunch of these. Monferno, too tall. Grottle, too tall, and also a single type. Prinplup, Piplup doesn't get dual type until Empoleon. Shaman, too short. Funny thing is, I don't recall any Gen 4. Well, apparently you did, because Piplup is Gen 4. I recall a lot of Gen 4. Shinx, single type. Also too short. What's Snova like? Snova is a meter tall, but it would knock out both grass and ice. Drifblim, we've already done Ghost. It's also too tall. How about Drifloon? Well, it's also Ghost Flying, and it's too short. Gabite? Hello, D-Gauge. Too tall. You know, let's do Gabite, though. We kind of have to narrow down the types a bit, I think. Okay. So it's not ground or dragon. Skuntank? Too tall, but we haven't done poison or dark yet, so we can try that. Okay, so it's poison something. We need a poison something Gen 4 Pokemon that is... Oh! My boy! My boy! The boy! Also Brock's boy that loves to drag him away whenever he flirts with girls. I do like Krogunk. I've never used Krogunk in a Diamond and Pearl playthrough, but I'd like to, because it's very fun. I ended up picking Skorupi in my Gen 4 playthrough on stream, and then I picked Skuntank on my Gen 4 playthrough off stream. So I haven't actually picked Krogunk yet, but Krogunk is an impressive Pokemon. Also, its evolution, Toxicroak, has like what the fuck? Siren Head is coming for you. Well, that's being added to my watch later. I need to know what that means. Toxicroak. How do you spell that? Yeah, Toxicroak. Cry. Like, listen to this shit. No, Toxicroak. Listen to that. It's so funky. I like Toxicroak's cry. Yes, Izzy! We talked about Izzy last week, actually, during the Minecraft episode, because I was talking about how DeviantArt has deteriorated, and I found that out through Izzy's video. It's just a little guy. It is. It is. If you've played Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia, you'd know that Toxicroak is a little bitch. Also, hello, Crap Kid. Welcome back in. Playing DBD with stream in the background? Hell yeah. Well then, have a good lurk, Moth. I assume it'll be a lurk moment then. I like their My Little Pony videos because I was a My Little Pony kid and I saw many scary, unfortunate things. I tried to be a My Little Pony kid. I watched maybe 13 episodes of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and then I made an OC, and then my OC got put on a Tumblr blog called Worst My Little Pony OCs. Like, cool. How very cool and edgy of you to bully 12-year-olds who don't have great art styles. Like, And my design wasn't even that bad. She was beautiful. She was an alicorn. Literally the only reason why she was on my worst My Little Pony OCs is because she was an alicorn. Because she was both a unicorn and Pegasus. That's it. That's the only reason why. Her design was fine. She was a creative writer. Her cutie mark was like a piece of parchment and like a quill, like a feather. And her name was Princess Quill. And she was like a rosy pink horse with like vaguely lighter pink hair. I don't even know if I could find a picture of her anywhere on the internet. I'm gonna do this in just chatting just in case I find something bad. Princess Quill MLP OC. I don't know. There's a really slight chance that this is like still on the internet somewhere. It's not. Thank goodness. Because, like, I deactivated my DeviantArt so long ago, so it would not be there. And I deactivated my Tumblr and my Gaia. No, well, my Gaia Online is still online. But no. Maybe if I can find worst MLP OC's Tumblr. Yeah, terrible ponies. World's worst pony OCs. How long ago have they been? I wonder if they're still active. They would not still be active. Do you have a guy who's always online? Not sure what you mean. That sounds cute. She was cute as hell. She was cute as all hell. I loved it. Which, you know what? You know what's ridiculous? Let me show you. This is the Tumblr blog that posted. Listen, I don't want to criticize other people, but like, you had a neon yellow horse with lime green hair, and you think I'm the problem? Let's see if I can find Princess Quill in their fucking... Look at this. Princess Feather Quill. Let's see if this link still exists. Think this is mine. Princess Feather Quill. It's this girl's pony Sona. She's apparently a helper in this OC thread on another site. I wasn't? I was 12. I'm sure she'll be great with her. Alicorns are okay. I have one as a pony Sona. Way to look like a pretentious bitch. I just thought they were cool. Let me see if this goes anywhere. No, there she is. That was her. This is how my friend drew for me back in the day. Like, how is this a bad design? Oh no, she's an alicorn. Like, Jesus, fuck, dude. Listen, chances are they were also 12. The person doing these OCs are terrible, but like, oh my gosh. Wait, I want to save this image because I kind of want to keep this now. I need to keep this in like my history. This was an old friend. I don't know if they're online anywhere else, but I think like their name as an artist is like Toucan. I want to give credit where credit lies. I'd always credit the artists, even though I'm not sure we're not close anymore, but I vaguely remember. You recovered your OC, go ahead and screen. I've saved the image. Submitted by Elegant Melody Pony. Fuck you, Elegant Melody Pony. What the fuck did they do to Misty? Okay, we're going in a tangent. We've gone down a tangent now. Whoopsies. Tangent happened. Tangent's done. Thank you, D-Gage, for the hydrate. Let's move on to the main portion of today. But yeah, far out. Imagine looking at a child's pony Sona and being like, you're shit. You're pretentious. Like, no. I just thought she was a cool concept. They were so mean. Yeah, it's like, it was almost like the first kind of interaction I'd ever had with the concept of like cringe culture and shaming other people for their interests. Like saying, yeah, your design is like, imagine like just looking at a creative child and seeing something that they'd made and being like, this sucks. Like, how do you think that's going to affect them? That's going to make them feel like absolute garbage. It's going to make them feel terrible. And I did lose interest in My Little Pony kind of after that, just for other reasons. I don't think it ever ended up being really my thing, but like, it was a real bummer to see people just like bitch about you on the internet for no reason when you were just a child who created a pony who had wings and a horn. Great yapping. Thank you, Nethernoose. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. We are, however, going to move away. Well, I'm going to continue yapping, but we're going to be yapping about the game that we're playing. We're going to be moving on. Oh, I hope Steam doesn't update anything. I had 2 updates on Steam, like, in progress, and I hope they don't. They usually don't try to update games while you're playing other games. Okay, yeah, the Dead by Daylight update is paused. Thank goodness for that. I'm lurking while I do wife time? No worries, Mare. Thank you for hanging out, and I will definitely yell at you if I need you. Or I'll just, you know, do my job instead. I can mod my own stream, I think. Sometimes. I don't know how to do it on mobile, so it may get awkward. We're gonna be yapping about Gay Lawyer Game. We are indeed! We are on to Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth. I love this game. This has been going well. I'd say it's been going well, but I like to make theories further ahead, and that's the only thing I'm bad at when it comes to this game. But what we're going to do is we are going to be latter confrontation former. What is happening with this chapter name? Anyway, last week, the big thing that we discovered is that the gunshot that we heard that we thought was the crime being committed was actually a fake gunshot played on a television. So that has basically just blown this case wide open because we now no longer know the time of death of the 2 victims, because we know it happened simultaneously. One was stabbed and one was shot, but we now no longer know when both of those happened, because so that blows it wide open. It also gives us a huge opportunity to argue that they didn't kill each other, that one person killed both of them, and my 2 suspects are Detective Bad and Callisto U. But considering we are now confronting Callisto U, and we talked to Bad last week, I'm thinking she did it. I'm now going harder on her being the culprit than him. Because honestly, she's been a bit of a mystery this entire time, other than her being the sister of a murdered woman. Not the victim in this case, but like a victim to do with this case. She died earlier. It's complicated. She's the sister of a murder victim, but she's not the sister of either of the two murder victims. It's Gumshoe. I know you say that as a joke, Crep Kid, but what's funny is that earlier in this game, Gumshoe was the one being accused of the murder. So you've just reached the same conclusion that every other character but Edgeworth reached. And maybe Franziska. It's the ants. True. There's someone in the vending machine, actually. That's where they've been hiding the entire time. That's what happened. But anyway, I think it's Callisto, because there was also that perfume thing that happened as well. All right, I need to open my drink because I need to open my chocolate milk because my throat will get sore if I raw dog the voice acting. Oh, I hate... worst thing I could have said. My apologies. I just still hate Gumshoe. Crep Kid, that is quite possibly the most unpopular opinion I've ever heard. Other than maybe, like, I don't know, if someone hated Phoenix in the Phoenix Wright series, I think that would be a hotter take than hating Gumshoe. But hating Gumshoe is definitely a take. All right, we're in the... Why is the child still here? Can we... Well, I guess because, you know, she doesn't have a parent here anymore, but... Kay, what are you doing here?
Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating.
Oh. Why did she become a thief? Like, what, 7, 10 years after this? Why didn't she just, you know... Why didn't she... She would have been a great detective. Maybe she does become a detective. She's only 17 when she's a thief. But the object you're looking for is already... Okay. Don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation.
Okay.
You got it. Honestly, this kid is so happy for someone that has just lost their dad. One of the victims of the double murder is her father. And now she's just here at this courtroom and is now potentially an orphan because I don't know anything about her mother. Oh, off she goes. Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you're looking for? If it means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer, any little task will do.
Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought.
He needs a new jacket. I understand he's got, you know, that Catholic guilt or whatever, and that's why he's wearing it, but, like, at least patch up the holes. Like, you don't even look professional anymore. Oh, Callisto's voice is the hardest because if I do it very slightly wrong, it becomes Franziska's voice. There are so many characters in this episode in particular, but they're not, like, caricatures, so I don't give them weird voices. Like, Meekins was easy to give a voice to because he's pathetic, and plus I think he explains why he keeps the coat. Oh, he did explain it, but I'm saying he could have at least patched it up or something. Surely he would still get reminders of all his failures with, you know, a couple of patches on the coat, too.
I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth.
I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest.
The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest? Wasn't that when we placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we've more than solved this case already. Don't you?
We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds. I should make Franziska sound younger, because she's not. She's 13 here. She's not 19, but oh well. It wouldn't suit his character. He's not that type of guy. He's too cool. I wouldn't say holes in your jacket make you a particularly cool guy, but that is a fair enough assumption, G Charizard. Also, did I say hello to you, G Charizard? Hello, G Charizard. Oh, I see we even have a viewer in the gallery. And why, even Mr. Bad is here. A viewer in the gallery? I'm hardly just a bystander. I have a duty to see this case through to the end, no matter how it turns out. Oh? Is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. I also confirmed that there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe. And that's all you have? Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion. And this case. Sorry, but I beg to differ. I've realized I hate that her tie is white. Like, there is no other white present in her character design at all. Like, blue jackets, gold earrings and badge, purple hems, maroon buttons, maroon shirt. Why does she have a white tie anyway? I'm getting so critical of the designs in this game. Bad's too much of a Giga Chad to patch his coat. I mean, either that, Aaron, or he just can't sew. In a trial, there's always time for a rebuttal, and we are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think? How absolutely like a rookie to think such a thing. But all right, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony. If my logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is to prove it by showing who the real killer is. Here we go! And it's her. I'm sure of it. Like, I have maybe, if I had to make like bets right now, I have 75% certainty it's Callisto. I have 15% certainty that it's Bad. I have 10% on Manny. He's 24? Oh my goodness. He looks a lot older than that, that's for sure. Has he taken, like, I don't know, the opposite of Botox? He's aged himself by, like, 10 years, at least. I'm just happy they changed Callisto's objection voice line. I remember you told me about that. I don't remember Manny being that old. Yeah. I thought he was older. Because I didn't look at his profile until now, and he looks so much older than he is. At least the way that the designs work. Because, like, let's see. Okay, sorry. How is this man 40 and this man is 24? Change the future, kill Manfred von Karma? Oh, if only. That would be the dream. Dotox. That's good. That's good. I like that. I have 100% on Gumshoe being the killer because the evidence points to him being guilty. That's a choice. Everyone, sans the suspect, has an alibi for when the gun went off. Well, I can just present here because we know that the gun didn't go off when you think it did. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated.
right? I also confirmed that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion, that Detective Gumshoe is the killer.
Well, you're in for a wild ride, kid.
Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth.
But of course, there is no need to confront her logic head on right now. I should instead focus on drawing out any trump cards she has up her sleeve. Okay, trump cards. So maybe I should do some pressing instead of presenting. Oh, but I want to present so bad. Damn it, I got it wrong. Okay, so I do think we have to press her a little bit first. Or I just, you know, got the evidence wrong. Okay, I can't speed run this, unfortunately. Press. The suspect? But I thought the Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven.
Are you joking, Edgeworth?
I assure you this is no joke.
Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier that the detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll.
Yes, that is correct.
But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is, there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the snacking.
I see she's done her research well. Which means that I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding. Okay, what's the card?
Hold it.
Press. Whether they've been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide.
The scrunched eyebrows and lines on your forehead are back. Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive at the crime scene, lobby number 2 has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. And because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect.
This is a courtroom. Because this crime did happen not in the courtroom, but in a lobby by the courtrooms. So now, like, this isn't a trial per se, but it's trial-esque. This is in fact a game about investigating, but because it happened in a courtroom, everything's gonna happen at the courtroom. But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window and into the garden?
That's the first place everyone looked, silly. The police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They looked into every possibility, you know. Isn't that right, Mr. Bad?
Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. 80 strawberries! Ooh, nice pick, Mayor. I suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case. It also confirmed there's no possible escape route. Press. Are you absolutely positive that there are no possible routes of escape?
Of course I'm sure.
And why are you so certain?
This is a courthouse, the place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there was an escape route, I'm sure very criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense.
Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future. Ah! There goes the whipping. Didn't mean to reply to that message. No worries, Aaron. 24? That's pretty good. Press.
Hold it.
You may think it's unshakable, but to me there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand?
But you're the only one still wondering that. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with. Right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing.
I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. I suppose we've really reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready.
All that remains is to play it. But before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Franziska or myself speaking with you about the subject. Huh, but there were witnesses. For you, there is your mentor who gave you an alibi. I see. As for little Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess and was stopped by a security guard at the door to the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard. Oh, I'm the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard or a bailiff or anyone else. Wait, so basically the only reason Franziska bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor? By the way, Miss Yu, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned on to guard duty? What about them? Have you looked into what people were doing during that span of time? What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into lobby number 2. From the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived on the scene as we dashed from lobby number 1, the only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe. Rasira with 42 and G Charizard with 41. You two were nearly twins. Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard the gunshot, shall we? I suppose that if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time than when that gunshot you heard went off? What then? Huh. That gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our perception. Oh. Okay, just don't let me finish my sentence. Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. The gunshot we heard in lobby number 1. Care to explain how that could have been fabricated? The tape! Now I get to use this evidence. That tape? Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell at the prosecution. Oh my goodness. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell the prosecution presented in today's trial. There it is. Finally, I get it right. This was found loaded in the video player in lobby number 2. That was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up. You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video. Ah, but I do. Which leads me to my next point. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. That's the only thing I can think of, too. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned the television's volume all the way up, and left the video to play. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we now know that this method of time manipulation is possible, it opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe. I feel like it's bad because simulating a gunshot with a crime show recording doesn't sound like something a lawyer would do. I mean, it doesn't exactly sound like something a detective would do either, does it? That doesn't sound like a good idea. It feels like there's a lot that could go wrong with that. Well, why are you... My question is, why are you holding lawyers up to such an intelligence and ethical standpoint, and yet you don't think detectives are at that same standpoint? Why do you... I feel like they run in quite similar circles, and therefore you could use that excuse for both of them. Also, several lawyers in this game have in fact been accused and have been correctly accused of murder. Like Von Karma, and literally earlier in the game, Jacques, Mr. Sportsman. He's a detective. I kind of just assumed he was a guy. That's Con. Yes, he's a detective, and he's like a senior detective as well. He's
He's good. This is clearly more to my theory that it's Franziska, because it's something a kid would think of. You know what? Throw out all the other theories. It's Franziska. You know, I believe you, Rasira. I'm fully on Rasira's side now. I believe you.
Objection.
It's the teenager.
Sounds from a television doesn't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right? Of course we knew. Didn't we, Miles?
Yes, of course. We know about the soundproof quality of this courthouse's rooms. Of course, I'm not about to admit we had no idea up until only a little while ago.
That's right. And if the rooms are soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet, we hear the gunshot clear as day.
And?
That's it, end of story. Huh.
But it's not.
Huh.
How should I explain why she was able to hear a gunshot from a soundproof room? Was it the window? I don't remember the conclusion we came to last week. I think it's the window. Oh yes, because that's how the scent came in as well from Callisto's perfume. It's that child. She's too happy even though her dad... It's Kay! You're accusing Kay of being the murderer? Would she even know how to use a gun? And then also have the strength to stab a grown man? Actually, you know what? It's Ace Attorney. We cross-examined a parrot twice. Might I add. Can I just give a quick spoiler? I've been playing Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright off stream, right? Because I got it for Christmas on Nintendo DS, and I've been very, very slowly getting through it. Chat, you get to cross-examine a parrot again. That's the only spoiler I'll give. But like, if I had a nickel for every time you had to question a parrot in an Ace Attorney game, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice. There is actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. And it is that despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed, a window was open in each of them. It's Poly 2.0, exactly. Now, we know that the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also opened. It's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the time. It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window opened in lobby number 1? The answer is that a certain person did something to cause the window to be opened. And the person who triggered that action, that person is the real guilty party. It has to be Callisto. The real killer in this double murder is... Oh, she's 22. Damn, why are all the lawyers in this game so young? Like, I have a friend who just got her law degree, like, last week. She finally finished uni and got qualified and is a lawyer and stuff like that. She's 26. Like, I feel like there's no such thing as a 22-year-old lawyer. Like, I don't know. This is the least realistic stuff of these games, honestly. The fact that every single lawyer in this game is incredibly young. Like, what do you mean? Miles is 23, Franziska is 19, Callisto is 22, Phoenix is 23. What? How are they all speedrunning their law degrees? Miss Callisto, you. I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. Ugh. What? You indict me? Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she's the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet. But of course I'm serious. Because she's the only one who could have done it. Well, Ms. Yu, do you still feel like laughing now? Yes! Of course I do, Edgeworth. My argument must not be tight enough yet.
Although I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance. Quite a bit.
I mean, Franziska been prosecuting since before she was an adult in Germany. That too! Like, 19 is only the year she started being a prosecutor in Japan/America. Japanifornia. She was doing it before then. I thought she was 18. I mean, 18, 19. Either way, she was an experienced prosecutor by the time we saw her in the second game, which heavily implies that she has been a prosecutor since she was a young teenager.
I guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right?
Let's go.
You argue that the window was opened. However, do you have proof it was I who did that? Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this, especially with logic as full as holes as yours.
All right, gotta lock in.
This is where it really starts. I mustn't let my guard down for even a second, or the truth will blow away. Now is the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test.
Well, I'm gonna do some pressing first, and then I'll put the proof. Because I'm not quite sure what the proof is meant to be yet, not gonna lie.
I'll give the window was opened, however do you have proof it was I who did that?
Can we present something here that could be that?
Faraday wrote a strategy for winning.
The key, didn't know about the key.
Perfume given to Bad by you. Same perfume as the one spilled in lobby number.
It could be this. I'm gonna present this, and you know what? Let's just try it. I have health.
Objection!
I was correct. Speedrun.
I'm sure you've seen this before. Haven't you, Ms. Yu? Huh. Edgeworth, I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know?
But this isn't mine.
That's right, it's mine. And I received it from Detective Baird, you see.
Ms. Yu, you can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. That you are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad.
And that you're super easy to rile up. So, what about the perfume?
While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad.
Oh, I know.
You also knew that if you spilled it, he would naturally move to open a window.
Come on now, I've already told you all that's just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know?
Apparently Franziska was born in 1999, so she would be around my age. Mine too. Same age as me. That being said... Okay. Google! It's Googling time! When did Justice for All come out? No, not the Metallica album. When did Phoenix write Ace? I can't spell. I'm not a good touch typer. 2002. Really? It came out in 2000 and wow. These games are old. Anyway, if she was born in 1999 and this game came out in 2002, she would have been 3. Probably a little older than that. Unless this is set in the future. Look up Ace Attorney's release date. It said 2001, I think. Goodness. I was 2 when Ace Attorney first came out. You know what? That is really cool. Because I feel like as a video game franchise, especially as a Nintendo video game franchise, for a game that hasn't had a release that hasn't had a proper full new game release in several years. It's like, it's kind of awesome that the longevity of this game has continued so much. You have to give real props to the Ace Attorney franchise and to Capcom, you know, for being able to keep this game alive despite a lot of the games being quite old. Like, all the other games, all of the other Nintendo games that have kind of had this kind of longevity, like Mario, Sonic, Pokemon, Zelda, stuff like that, like, those are giants in video games. I feel like, compared to that, Ace Attorney is quite small, or at least significantly smaller than those franchise giants. So, like, that's actually super impressive that these games are so old and yet still so loved and are still so popular after so long. So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window. The timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control, and the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the gunshot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time. You mean... Miss Yu, you were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1, when you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway. Is that correct? It takes place in the distant future of, like, 2017? Oh! I love games and stuff like that are set really far in the future. Like, look at this thing that's going to happen in the year 2020, and then 2020 rolls around and absolutely nothing like that happens at all. And we're not even remotely close to being that technologically forward. It's fascinating. It's fascinating to see how the past tried to predict the future, but now that that future is the present, the predictions were incredibly wrong. Like Back to the Future, for example. Stuff like that. All of today's premeditated events could only have been thought up by you, Ms. Yu. You accuse me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday. Would you care to testify as to why? Look, I've had a lot of fun today, really. But I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. How much do you want to bet that this will not be the last testimony? Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma. Ooh. Burn? In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife was that used to kill him came from. Ooh. Does that mean do we present with the knife, maybe? Fascinating what they've become. Can't believe we thought they'd have flying cars by 2020. William Afton, maybe. What? What do you mean, maybe? Miles, her testimony is flawless. Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. And if I'm lacking in information, I'll just draw it out of her. Okay, I guess we do a little bit of pressing, maybe? Because it's not obvious yet where we have to present. Maybe the last statement, but I'm not sold on that.
Hold it.
I think I already explained the significance of that earlier. You only confirmed that I did spill some perfume. But that's all. That you would accuse me of murder based on a simple spill. Don't you dare complain when I sue you for defamation of character. Do as you like. But as for me, I believe. You believe?
I believe that you are the true culprit in this case. My, you're enthusiastic. Of course I should have guessed. I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Von Karma. Press.
Hold it.
I formally request that you desist in your attack against my mentor. Yes, or we'll sue you for defamation. All I'm doing is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire. How dare you? Say such a thing! Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you. Oh, why did you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall I continue? In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. Press.
Hold it.
Good night. Have a good night, Con. It's nice to see you back at stream. It's been a while. I've missed your presence. So thank you for coming around. And why exactly could you not have killed him? I was just about to testify to that. You're such an impatient man. I'm not really into that, you know, Edgeworth. Well, don't worry, he's not into you. He's gay. Ugh. Your preferences have no bearing on what is at hand. Feeling a little uncomfortable, are we? No. Miss Yu, you will desist in this tomfoolery and return to your testimony. And Miles, if you're going to lose your cool, then I won't show you any mercy. Sorry. Miss Yu, please continue with your testimony. Sure. As I was saying, I couldn't have possibly killed Mr. Faraday. I like the funny glimmer effect of her big forehead. True! She's put highlighter on both of her cheekbones and then she's just dabbed a little bit on her forehead because it's just so shiny. The thing is, we know that the key turns into a knife, but how can we prove that she knows that the key is a knife? Just watched someone play the first Phoenix Wright game yesterday, and it's kind of wild going from Edgeworth in this, pressing her like this, and then get on to Phoenix for doing the same thing to witnesses in that game. True. It is kind of funny, but like, Edgeworth will happily do the same things Phoenix does and then criticize Phoenix for it, because unfortunately, especially in the first game, that's kind of just who Miles is as a person. Just a bit of a dick.
Hold it.
At this rate, she'll inevitably escape. But if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Ms. Yu. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Miles, what do you think you're doing? I'm drawing the truth out of her. That's what I'm doing. Huh? But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use. So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why did you cut it out with the lies? I've already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key the Yatagarasu had sent. Ooh. Well, see, that thing about the key, you... And unless a key can magically turn into a knife... Girl, a key can turn into a knife, and it's not even magical. It's just tricks. It's just technological tricks. Miles do be a dick and turn about the sisters. Oh, for sure. Like, there's a reason why young Edgeworth is known as Bratworth. Because that's exactly what he is. Did you really think you could trap me? Come now, be honest. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append what you just said to your testimony? Sure, why not? I'll even say it as many times as you'd like. Objection, you're madcapping. There's a key in his evidence bag, but you can't kill anyone with a simple key. Present! Okay, but the question is, do we present the key? Or do we present the knife? Present the knife, maybe?
Objection!
Okay, good. Miss Yu, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. Okay, I think presenting either of them would have worked. This is a picture of the key the Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it in fact has a secret ability to transform into a knife. Which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes. Well, with the Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now? Just knowing of the existence of the... Oh, okay, interrupt me again. And the updated autopsy report meme. True. I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away. You could be lying for all I know. You would, even now, still feign ignorance? I'm not feigning anything. But we can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him. Are you mocking my papa? Sorry, it's a relief. That's a very... That's a funny line. Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Oh. It's so sad knowing what happens in hindsight in the games. It sucks knowing that these two, their lives are just going to be shattered by the fact that he is, you know, a terrible person. Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real. Wow, who knew there was such a trick to this thing? I died in repo? Oh no, Muff, I'm sorry. Are you satisfied now? But of course you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yatagarasu's key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of law enforcement and who would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Huh. Furthermore, the something that the Yatagarasu sent to the police, how did you have knowledge as to what it was? Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at that time. Oh, sure he did. Sure. I'm currently getting carried to spawn. Being rescued. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transforms. What you're saying is simply not possible. And why not? Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. For within these pages, he mentions nothing about a knife. I'm not sure he would have written everything in his organizer, you know? Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication? Unfortunately, that is also impossible, because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. What would have been highly classified information, even within the police force, and is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know? Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? She probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. But that's not something we need to concern ourselves with. I suppose you're right. Miss Yu, I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real nature of the knife. Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me? Oh, I will. And I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. This is it. The moment of truth. The secret behind the Yatagarasu's key. Only one person would have knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife? Shit! I don't remember. I don't remember. Shit. Isn't it obvious? I don't know. Oh, the kid? You think Kay would know? Has Kay said she knows? I don't remember. Isn't it obvious? No. Unfortunately not. Like, Kay... It wasn't him. Rel didn't know. And that's what Faraday was going to use. Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife? Clearly it was the judge. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Oh, I feel so silly. The ants. Yeah. The ants did it. Who would know from the start? I don't know. Well, she wouldn't know because they just said history. Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. Okay. Hi, Cass, how you doing? What did you miss? We've officially accused Callisto Yu of the murder, and we're trying to prove that she's the murderer. Want me to tell you? Is it Manny? You know what, I'm gonna present Manny. It's wrong. Because she talked to him earlier, so I thought it might be her. It might be him. Thanks for best life I've had all day. Now you're ready to call it a day yet. Damn it, okay. Then who is it? He literally just said it's not Faraday. What do you mean from the get-go? Who would know from the start that the Yatagarasu's key could change into a knife? Yeah, at least I do have plenty of health, but I don't exactly want to go through everyone in the book. We just proved that Bad didn't know about it. We just said that Faraday didn't know, so we've cut out 2 people. Who's this? Oh. The Yatagaratsu would know. Duh. Sorry, I forgot that guy was there. There is only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key. Huh. And that is? And that is the person who sent the Yatagarasu's key to the police. That is to say, the Yatagaratsu herself. Are you telling me Callisto Yu is the Yatagaratsu? Yeah, listen.
It was a shadow. I didn't look through all the suspects and think it's gonna be the shadow person. So that's completely my bad.
Are you saying that this lawyer is the great thief Yadagaratsu?
Why have I put a T in and why have I put a second T between the A and the S? It's Yadagarasu, not Ratsu. Sorry, chat, I'm not sure where this is coming from. Ms. You used Mr. Rel to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You who profess to bear a grudge against criminals. Why? Why do something like this? Yadagarasu is also a banned. Why is it banned? What makes it banned, G Charizard? Oh my goodness, my lungs hurt. Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill, it's even greater than when I sneak into some place. You. Two yous. You killed Faraday? Why? Answer me. Callisto you. Callisto you. Huh. That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yadagarasu. Huh. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I thought he was the Yadagarasu. Because Kay is his daughter, and now she's the Yadagarasu. She was the heir. I'm so lost. I made Rel an offer, an acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yadagarasu in court. But once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. That Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both. But didn't you say that you despised criminals? But do I really? You. Have you forgotten about the KG-8 incident too? Maybe. She took over for her father's killer? That's whack. That's weird as hell. Something's not adding up here. What sort of woman would... So then, was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent? Well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yadagarasu by using this Yadagarasu's key as evidence and that he would bring it with him, which is why I thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser, because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday, and in order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yadagarasu's key just like that. He never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside the plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life. It has the effect that if it deals damage, they can't draw a card at the start of their turn. Then after their turn ends, it goes back into your hand. So you could stop your opponent from drawing cards, but they couldn't destroy it. So since it goes back into the hand at the end of the turn. That's a ridiculous card power, hello? Yeah, suddenly I do in fact understand why it was banned. Phoenix Wright logic, yeah. How could you kill him? I knew him for a long time, you know? At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death.
But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rell as well. I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness? And how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they'd killed each other. Then the trick with the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape, which is why I had Rell help me set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him for his hard work with a bullet. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you betray a client? Client? If you want to talk about who was a client of whose first, it was me. Huh? I was the client in the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member Dead Man. Wait, what? You ordered a hit job? You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad. I had Dead Man killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination? It can't be. You're... That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring. How could this... You don't mean... You're working with Manny Cochin too, do you? Maybe not. Guess you'll never know. The Adagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, little girl. The Adagarasu is just another killer. Be quiet. Yatagarasu. You can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yatagarasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is? Huh? No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work. Has she... She's pulled a gun. She's pulled a fucking gun. Okay. Fuck. Okay. You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handed the Yatagarasu's key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it. You mean the key was your real target? And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or you may regret what comes of your negligence. You two, get down. Oh, poor Franziska, man. I mean, poor everyone else, but like, Franziska's 13. The poor is mostly her. My body. I can't move. No, Kay's in here. Oh, no. Okay, Kay is also in here with the gun. Bro. Hey, mister, to your right. Nice dodge, bro. This kid just saved his life. Yo. Get her ass. No, Kay, don't run after the criminal. Are you all right, Franziska? I'm perfectly fine, Miles. Her voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Where did Kay go? That's a gunshot. Oh no. Who's dead? Who's dead? Bitch. Okay. Okay, Bad's alive. That's good. Hopefully, well, Kay will be alive. Sorry, but it looks like she got away. I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bad, are you alright? I heard a gunshot. I'm okay. just got another hole in my jacket. Okay. He may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken. But more importantly, Mr. Edgeworth, Ms. Von Karma, are you two hurt? I'm absolutely fine. I'm also all right, thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, where is she? I don't know. She just sort of disappeared. I'll go look for her. Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir. I'm sorry I doubted you. Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all. I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective. Yeah! The stamp of bad approval, baby! Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay? You got it, Pops? Pops? Watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we? Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. I should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. But I'm right here. Don't catch me. I'm innocent. Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday. Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find out the truth behind everything. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. Judge? I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, it was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor. Well, even if we didn't have His Honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf. Yeah. I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. He didn't worry about going to jail. He was worried about getting fired. Bro, this gummy is bad approved? Hell yeah, he is, Aaron. Well, so long as you're not fired, you should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me. She did? Oh, what is it? What was it that Kay left for me? The proof of their friendship. Wasn't it the Swiss roll? Am I silly here? It's a courthouse special Swiss roll. Can I really have it? Yes, it's a present meant for you after all. Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now. Sure, go ahead. The Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay brought together, while the one Kay saved never reached her father. It would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective. He's so happy it's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own. Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. Whew, that was good, pal. I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. I've got to thank Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she? If he went to jail, surely he would be fired, considering he's a detective. Yeah, I think any detective that goes to prison and commits a crime, well, you'd hope they would also be fired. But considering, law enforcement can be quite corrupt, you never know. You only noticed just now? Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him. Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first, you know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Oh, this art is so cute. Look at them.
Gumshoe looks so happy.
Edgeworth doesn't. I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that from that ominous statement. Oh, I love them.
We should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what has happened to Papa.
Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective.
Roger, sir. And don't you worry. I'll investigate the next case we're on real well.
I'll, be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Thus, like a bad dream. Oh, this is present Edgeworth, I think. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. Oh, this is so funny. But I suppose that's just how things are. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now... Kay Faraday. So, do you remember now? Yes. I remember everything. Kay, it's been a while.
Kay, you sure grew up a lot.
Of course. Thank goodness. I thought you'd totally forgotten about me.
You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time?
Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much.
Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're all right.
So, does it all make sense now?
You betcha it does.
Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently, and... Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay.
Huh?
First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu is Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your father. No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu was my father.
Huh? Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu?
What the? Really? Then what was Callisto Yu on about? Maybe they were both the Yatagarasu. Chances are it's more than one person. Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently. And I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure. But that's impossible. What's with that look? You don't believe me? It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now. All right then, how do you explain this? It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing. Yep, that's Little Thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And why are you telling me? And this little gizmo was used by my father.
Wow, Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor. He was a really great thief, huh?
Oh my goodness, Mayor! Thank you for the pipe. Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed, and the Yatagarasu was no more. But, despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently. Someone other than you? Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article. Another embassy! The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card? Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that Callisto Yu lady is behind this.
Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out. But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves. Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up and I knew I couldn't just let it go. So I searched you out, so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you're saying that I have your father's and Ms. Yu's identities backwards? Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble in the end, and I want to revive the real, noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace. Kay, you're so honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you are plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Mr. Edgeworth. You guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now? Mr. Edgeworth, what I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of that evil woman. That evil woman? You mean Callisto Yu? I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me? Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you. Huh? Owe me for what? When Ms. Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I'm not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid. Then you mean? Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you. Mr. Edgeworth, thank you. Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Isn't that great, Kay? Yeah, it sure is, Gummy. Even though we had completely forgotten about her until just now. What is with this chummy relationship? The great thief Yatagarasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Byrne Faraday, Callisto Yu, and Kay Faraday. Oh god, that's a word. The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu. And the Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. The end. Oh, damn! Yes, please save my progress. Wow. Who the fuck is the Yatagarasu? And then Miles got threatened and found a corpse in his office. Yeah, that too. And there was another thievery. Oh my goodness. The final case that wraps up everything the 4 cases, the building up towards, it's also very long. Cool. I'm happy to do a long case. Turnabout ablaze. Wow. Oh, this... This is so cool. Genuinely, this is an amazing game. I think... Listen. Depending on how much I like this case, this could potentially be my favorite game in the series so far. Because I love how everything connects. The thing is, I don't think I have a favorite game in the Ace Attorney series, really. It's probably the first one or the third one, just because they were both really solid. More leaning toward the third one, because it had, you know, everything wrapped up, even stuff from the first game that was really important to know. It wrapped up all the mysteries, everything, literally everything came back to light. But this
there's a really high chance this could be my favorite game in the series. I'm a big fan. I select Trials and Tribulations the most, with Apollo's game right after. Yeah, I think I actually prefer this one. This could be really good. All of them are really good, though. This is a good fucking game. That was a good fucking case. And next case, I'm excited. I don't think I'm going to stream anymore. I usually do end at this time anyway. I am sorry for running late, chat. I really didn't mean to, but it's just rough weekend, which meant I just had more stuff to do this morning. So that's just kind of how it ended up. So we've got a super, super, super short stream today. Just a little over 2 hours. But thank you everyone so much for coming to the stream today. The bits and the hanging out. No! Dead by Daylight, stop updating. Oh my goodness. If Dead by Daylight updated while streaming, the stream would die. Like, it's too chunky. No need to apologize. Life happens. Thank you, both of you. I appreciate it. This did used to be the length of my streams, but the thing is, my streams also used to not have an hour-long just chatting portion, but now it does. But listen, I like having clean ends of cases and clean beginnings of cases. I don't like ending a case and then starting a new case in one episode. I like separating them. It feels cleaner to me. So we find someone to raid now. Can't wait for the purple British kitty killer to come to DBD. Yeah, that will be a very exciting chapter. I think DBD will get a lot of love during that time. Let's find someone to raid. Oh, we got a lot of options. We have a lot of options. What do we feel like watching? All right, so I will always come back to play DBD. As usual, this is another great stream. Thank you, Ouija fan. All right, let's see. So our options for next stream, not next stream, our options for raid. We have Kirby's Return to Dreamland. We have, okay, this person's BRBing, so maybe not. We have Headliners. We have Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That sounds like an interesting... Never heard of it, but... Then we have Odd Sparks and Automation Adventure. Another one I've never heard of. We have Dead by Daylight. And we have Steins Gate Elite. So chat, do we have any preferences of what we raid out to? Anyone want to put in a vote? You vote for Headliners? Headliners is so much fun to watch. Or Claire, okay. I'll have to do a, what do you call it? I have to do a spin the wheel now. Spin the wheel between these two people. I actually might choose one because I've rated them a lot less than the other one, but I'll do it anyway. This one, and then this one. Click to spin. It is on Claire, who was also the person I've rated less. So we get to... Well, I'm not sure I've actually rated this person at all before. I don't know. We'll find out. But yes, today we will be rating Inkfei. She, absolutely one of the most gorgeous VTuber models I've seen in a very, very long time. A moth will like her because she's a moth.
All right, let's get that raid started on Inkfey. There we go. Start that raid. All right, everybody. Let's send our love over to Inkfey. The raid message is purple hearts, and that raid message is for those who are followers of the stream. However, if you are a subscriber to the stream, you can use the red hearts and wiggles. So whichever one you prefer. If you're a sub, you can also use the purple hearts. But thank you everyone so much for coming by. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the love. I hope you all have a really amazing night. Hopefully on Thursday, though, if things get weird, I might have to postpone it to Friday. We will be playing more BioShock, so that's exciting. BioShock, always fun. And then we will get back and start the final case of Ace Attorney Investigations next week. But yeah, thank you everyone so much for coming. I appreciate everyone for being here. And yeah. Yes, here's the raid command. Oh, also, join the Discord if you want to join the community. I think our community day is meant to be, it's either next week or the week after. I don't remember. And then you can also follow my socials if you want to catch up with me in other places. But thank you everyone so much for coming, and I will see you all next time.